Good evening, everybody, to Charles A. Henry Field for the Hiram College, Heidelberg College football game tonight. I am Bill the Razor Rayback, and I'm joined tonight by Doug Edwards.
Hey, Bill, how you doing tonight?
Good, good. Looking forward to a little football. The season's finally here. And interestingly enough, this is a kind of a double homecoming for me, as I've attended Hiram, graduated in 81 from there, and then I was a coach for Heidelberg in 2012. So know a lot of people down on the Heidelberg side, not so many at the Hiram side, but Jack Rosinski, the new head coach, he's been here going on his fourth year, has done a nice job getting the program cleaned up and getting it to where he wants it to be. He came in a tough situation, Doug. They had not had a lot of success. And so last year they were able to put 2 wins on the board, and they beat Oberlin and they beat Hilliard, and they were close in 2 other games. So, to be in 4 games for Hiram, that's a heck of a stepping stone for that program.
This is a little bit of homecoming for myself. My late wife attended college here, was a softball player here, and I remember spending a lot of weekends down here with you and a few others. And
I remember that.
So, but it's going to be an interesting game. Starting off season, everybody's fresh. Everybody has high expectations.
For sure.
Looking to notch that first win of the season and get the momentum going for the rest of the year.
Yeah. So let's take care of some business before we get into the nuts and bolts of the game. WZAA 106.9 LPFM wants to thank Launch at Destination Outlets in Jefferson, Ohio, for supporting local radio. Launch has classic arcade games, Lucky Putt golf, and bowling, as well as Crave sit-down restaurant with your favorite apps, slushies, fountain drinks, and ice cream. Open Sunday through Thursday, 12 noon to 9 p.m., and Saturday and Friday from 12 noon until 11 p.m. Our website is launchtrampolinepark.com/Jeffersonville. Okay? And we are proud to have the world-famous Iron Horse Saloon conveniently located at 13468 Main Market Road, 5 miles north on Route 700 to 422, right on the scenic upper Cuyahoga River. Open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. Full-service restaurant and bar, Ohio's largest waterfront patio in Northeast Ohio. Come see us before and after the game. And we'll have a little promo here for the Crooked River livery. And then we've got another one here. We've got come see the future of automotive luxury today at Ganley Chevrolet Aurora, 310 West Garfield Road, Aurora, Ohio. So that takes care of some of our business, because we'll be revisiting those here in a little while. So, Doug, when we look at this matchup, what do you see for the young Hiram program as being some keys today for them to get into a game with a relatively formidable foe? Heidelberg was 7-3 last year. They were 4th in the OAC, which is generally recognized as the top, if not one of the top conferences in the country. So Hiram's got a tall task ahead of them with Heidelberg coming in here today.
Well, I think the obvious things are they're going to have to control the ball. They're going to have to move the chains, work their offense, and execute. But more importantly, no turnovers.
Yeah.
If they're going to turn the ball over, it will be a long evening for them.
Yeah. I think for Hiram, and Hiram loses, if we take a look at their some of their returners, a key loss is running back Roger Malcolm. He was the second leading rusher in the NCAC last year. And he had 1,244 yards. He averaged 7.4 yards per carry and hit 16 touchdowns. He's going to be a key guy that's got to be replaced. And that gentleman that's going to be trying to replace Roger Malcolm will be Edja Kason Saki. He is a 5'8", 190-pound junior. So he's got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
You know,
it's no time like now to show that you are the guy now.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, and I think what they're doing is they're circling their wagons around Sean Tejada, the sophomore quarterback, 5'10", 165 pounds. Sean, when talking to Coach Rosinski in a pregame interview, he talked about Sean a little bit. And so, you know, he's going to be the trigger man, so to speak, for the Hiram offense. You alluded to, you know, controlling the ball. I think the other thing is Hiram needs to get through the beginning of the game cleanly, and what I mean by that is
no penalties.
And if they can do that and they can run the ball a little bit, they can be in this game with Heidelberg right to the end, and, you know, definitely with a chance to come away with a victory today. So let's take a look at the rundown, the lineups here. Doug, why don't you go ahead and take the Heidelberg offense first and let us know who the starters are there.
Okay, for Heidelberg, number 13 is Drew Sims. He is the quarterback. He's a senior. He's 5'11", 175 pounds. The tailback, number 28, is Montavious Yearby. And he is I
think he's a senior.
Senior. It doesn't really say there. Senior. He's 5'10", 165 pounds. Tight end is number 81, Dylan Drake, a sophomore, 6'7", 210. That's a big boy. Wide receiver is number 9, Oliver Kelleher, and he is, I think, a senior.
Yep.
And he's 6'2", 195. On the other side, wide receiver, we have Cole Porman. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 185. And the other receiver they have out there is Ethan Chaliwa, and he is a senior, 6'1", 190 pounds, number 0. And then across the front line, we have left tackle Zach Bacorny, senior, 6'2", 295. Left guard, 52, Xander Lowry, sophomore, 5'10", 285. At center, we have number 70, Zach Hartz, senior, 6 280. At right guard, number 66, Aiden Helton, junior, 6 280. And at the right tackle spot, number 74, Mitchell Smith, a sophomore, 6'1", and 295.
So I figured this out, Doug. What the GR means is they're graduate students.
Oh, graduate students, okay.
So they are fifth-year seniors, I would imagine, in most cases there. Let's take a look at the Hiram Terrier offense. Quarterback number 3, Sean Tejada, a sophomore, 5'10", 165 pounds. At running back number 20, Edya Kason Saki, a junior, 5'8", 190 pounds. The tight end is number 47, Anthony Brumbaugh. He's a junior, 6 foot tall, 240 pounds. At wide receiver number 10, Anthony Sessi, junior, 5'11", 155 pounds. Wide receiver Jairus Green, a senior, 6'1", 192 pounds. Jairus' number is 81. Wide receiver number 6, Tristan Molahan. He is a senior, 6'2", 183 pounds. Up front, we've got left tackle 51, Brandon Black, a junior, 5'11", 275 pounds. Left guard number 76, Andre Barnes, sophomore, 6 255 pounds. At center, number 75, Derek Hurst, a junior, 6'4", 310 pounds. Right guard, Colton Bogle, junior, 5'11", 275 pounds. And then right tackle, number 79, Donovan Mills, who was a returning all-conference player for the Terriers. He is a senior, 6'5", and 318 pounds.
And then Heidelberg's defense at cornerback, number 8, Key Cunningham, senior, 5'10", 150 pounds. At free safety, Darian Thomas, graduate student, at 5'8", 180 pounds. At strong safety, Griffin Pendry, number 2, graduate student, 5'10", 190. At the other cornerback position, Joseph Morris III, senior, 5'9", 175 pounds. Then your linebackers, the Sam linebacker is number 21, Easton St. Clair, senior, 5'10", 195. The Mike, or middle linebacker, is Isaiah Kammer, 6 foot tall, 225 pounds, number 6. And then the weak side outside linebacker is number 22, Darren Davis, another graduate student, 5'10", 220. And then at the strong safety or joker position, number 55, Andrew DeHart. He is also a graduate student, 6 foot tall, 220 pounds. And then your front line defensive tackle, number 9, Tyler Turek, 6'5", 260, a graduate. And then you have nose tackle, number 85, Josiah Brown, sophomore, 5'11", 245. And the other defensive end, number 98, Colin Hubb, senior, 6'1", 250.
Okay, for the Hiram Terrier defense, at outside linebacker, number 8, Terry Allison, a senior, 6 foot, 225 pounds. Outside linebacker, number 48, Vance Boyd, sophomore, 6'1", 203 pounds. At defensive end, we have Riley Huff, number 6. He's a junior, 6'1", 260 pounds. At defensive tackle, number 0, Alfred Pedro, senior, 6'2", 290 pounds. At defensive end, number 90, Jalen Glass, a senior, 6 foot, 245 pounds. At the interior linebackers, we have number 36, Dylan Ballaker, senior, 5'10", 220 pounds. The other linebacker is number 40, Gavin Cruiser, sophomore, 5'10", 215 pounds. In the secondary, we've got cornerback number 2, Ricardo Jimenez. He's a junior, 5'9", 150 pounds. At safety, we've got number 16, Malachi Nation, a junior, 5'10", 175 pounds. The other safety is number 11, Gregory Wilson, Jr., a senior, 5'7", 180 pounds. And the other corner is number 12, Tanvada Revis. He is a junior, 6'1", 195 pounds. Place kicking will be handled by Chris Miller, a senior, 5'11", 165 pounds, number 31. And we've got punting is Noah Murray. He is a senior, 6'1", 175 pounds.
And special teams for Heidelberg, the kicker is Brandon Steckel. He's also the punter, number 38. He's a graduate student, 6 foot, 180 pounds. And the long snapper is number 82, Caleb Lamb, a junior, 6'2", 210.
Okay. So as we look at the the game, and I've got some notes here, we're going to run down some of the action that's going to start this weekend. Of course, this game is the kickoff game for the Division III college football season in this area. And so I'm going to take a look here at Saturday, September 2nd, and then the NCAC versus OAC matchups. We're going to have, of course, tonight Heidelberg at Hiram. Saturday we have Denison at Capital, Ohio Wesleyan at Otterbein, and Worcester at Wilmington. What are the other NCAC games there, Doug?
We have Oberlin at Kalamazoo, Wabash at Hampton Sydney, and Dubuque at Wittenberg.
NCAC versus Heartland matchups. We've got DePaul at Rose-Hulman Institute, and we've got Kenyon at Bluffton.
And in the OAC, just standard OAC games, we have Ohio Northern at Alma. We have St. John Fisher at Marietta. We have Ferrum at Muskingum. And then the big game in the OAC this weekend will be number 11 ranked Wisconsin Whitewater at number 19 John Carroll.
Wow.
That'll be a big game.
Big matchup there for the beginning of the season. I mean, as you were saying earlier, Doug, whoever can win that game is going to put themselves in a nice position there for the rest of the season, as far as even if they do suffer a loss, they can go back at the quality of their non-conference opponents and look at that and say, well, that's a big win there.
Definitely.
Heartland Conference versus OAC matchups. We've got number 2 Mount Union at Defiance. We will be there. The game of the week will be out at Defiance to do that game. And then we have Mount St. Joseph at Baldwin Wallace. That should be a good matchup too. And Doug, the rest of the Heartland games?
The rest of the Heartland games, we have Trine at Anderson. We have Olivet at Franklin. We have North Park at Manchester and Hanover at Center.
Okay. So when we take a look at the preseason polls for the NCAC, we see that DePaul got the most votes. Now, this is a coaches poll that they do. DePaul got 6 out of the 9 first-place votes for a total of 77. They were picked as the team to beat in the conference. You've got Wabash and Denison each got a vote. They were at 70 and 59, respectively. Ohio Wesleyan, 57. Wittenberg had 1 first-place vote, 52. Worcester was picked for 6 with 32. Kenyon 7th with 26. Hiram 8th with 20. And Oberlin rounds things out with 12 points and 9th place. Doug's got the OAC here, which won't be, I don't think, too surprising for yeah, I think. Yeah, okay.
I don't have it.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. And then the OIC preseason poll, obviously the most obvious choice probably in the nation is that Mount Union will be number 1 with 9 first place votes and 81 points total. Okay. Number 2, we have the OAC preseason poll. We have John Carroll in second with 70 points. We have Baldwin Wallace with 1 first place vote at third with 66 points. Heidelberg is ranked 4th with the coaches preseason poll with 59. Then we have Marietta with 47 points. Number 6, Ohio Northern with 37. Number 7, Muskingum with 33. Number 8 would be Wilmington at 24 points. We have Otterbein with 20 points in 9th, and then bringing up the bottom is Capital with 13 points.
Okay. And I believe Rick's got an interview he's going to put on for us with Coach Jack Rosinski, who we interviewed earlier this week. And so we'll let Rick take that away.
Thanks, Rick. Okay, welcome back to Campus Nation's broadcast.
So I don't know what happened to
I don't know.
Unless I got
unless I buried it underneath. That's probably where it is right there.
Your name's like mine.
Okay.
We got the double consonant.
That's right. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Jay,
So
welcome to our
we can run down.
about being able to do some higher football
These are the
this year.
top returners
And I guess
for
the first thing
Heidelberg.
I wanted to talk to you about was how is the camp?
Yes, sir. The numbers I got that they had the
Things went well.
website with what their numbers were, and then
Yeah, I think going on season 3 now,
Hiram.
starting to see guys know what the expectations are, and it's starting to be held accountable by the players, and it's not just me and the staff.
Okay.
So I think we've made some great improvements on how we handle adversity, especially, and going through some of that. So I've been pleased overall with the attitude of our guys, the work ethic, coming in shape, and I think we're in a lot better place than we've been in my first two seasons here, and kind of looking forward to seeing how this season ends up.
Jack, how many Letterman do you have coming back?
Letterman will have, I think the number's 40, in the lower 40s, I think is the exact number. Yeah, so a little bit better than previous years. Some guys with experience. We have some freshmen that'll that'll play for us this season, but they weren't. They earned the spot. Where in previous years, some of the times we were relying on the freshmen to come in and play right away. So
Right.
now they had to work their tail off to do it, which is good. Obviously, the state of the program is in a much better place.
Good. Diving into the Hiram offense,
Yep.
who will you see as some of your key performers this year?
Yeah, I think start with Sean Tejeda, our quarterback. He's back. He started, I think, the last six games or 7 games for us last year as a freshman. Now a sophomore, and really learning the full role of what being a quarterback is. Right, not only from the play standpoint, but also the leadership standpoint. Has a good knowledge and a good working relationship with our offensive coordinator about what he likes, what he doesn't like, and all those. On the offensive line, I think, our right tackle, Donovan Mills, was 13 in conference last year. He's still going to be, the force up front to, for us to kind of lead that offensive line, which sees a lot of returners, which is great. Tight end room, Anthony Brundle played a lot for us last year, did a great job. I expect big things, even bigger things than him last year. Last year, he's kind of just that extra blocker and everything. I think we're going to use him in different roles this year as well. Then our receivers, Raekwon Davis-Hereford, number 11, had an excellent season last year, all-conference kid, had over 70 receptions. Expect great things from him this season, as well as Jarvis Green and Tristan Mohan, both seniors back. Tristan being 5th year, and Jarvis in his 4th year.
That's his record.
Have had great camp. And then the running back room, we've had a few guys stand out throughout this camp, but Edja Kason Saki and Gabe Hoskins are definitely the top 2 guys going into week 1, and kind of splitting their roles. And I'm excited to see what both do. They both kind of bring a little something different to the dance, and
Good.
Could be fun. Yeah.
Defensively, what do you expect there?
Yeah, defensively, we're bringing back most of the defensive line. I think between Rocky Pedro, Jalen Glass, Riley Haw, and Damian Conklin, those 4 guys, will take the lion's share of the reps. Especially early on in the season, but all battle tested, all proven. Inside linebackers, Dylan Balaker, Gavin Cruiser, and Cole Terreri. Again, guys that saw some run last year. And had some success, and I think they're willing to lead the group. Outside linebacker is going to be led by Terry Allison, 5th year senior coming back. Played very well last year. And then on the back end, we have Tay Revis at corner, Ricky Jimenez at corner, and then Malachi Nation at safety. All 3 of those guys with a lot of experience, and really worked hard this offseason, especially Ricky. Ricky's kind of put his body to the test and come out better on the other side. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, you mentioned earlier about not as many freshmen will see action this year. That being said, any freshmen who've really stepped up that you see are going to earn some time out there and contribute?
Yeah, there's a few that have shown up. I think the one that comes to mind is Bryce Krigel, a safety for us. He's not starting, but he's in our 2 deep. I expect him to see some reps for sure. And then we have a smattering of guys that are going to be helping us in the special teams game. So you're going to see them on the field in a lot of different special teams for us. So yeah, they'll all kind of mix in. You'll still see freshmen being played, that's for sure. It's just they won't necessarily have to play snap 1 day 1, which is great.
Right. When we look at the freshmen, what's the size of your freshman class this year?
Yeah, we're in the mid 30s this year. Mid 30s. Okay. Yep. Okay. And they kind of span from all over the country. We have New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Hawaii, California, Florida. They come from Texas. Everywhere. So kudos to our staff. Obviously, the majority of them come from the Ohio area and in the Western PA area. But our staff did a really good job this offseason, bringing in some quality guys, not only as players but also people. You can already start to see it, even early in camp, their character, which is great.
Good. As you get ready to face Heidelberg, who plays in the OAC, 7-3 last year, what can you tell me about the Berg at this point?
Yeah, they're a really good program. Coach Donaldson's done a fantastic job over there. They've they're battle tested as well too. They have some fifth-year seniors, some fourth-year seniors as well. You know, they're really explosive on offense, especially with their running game. Their running back, number 28, is a very good football player. And defensively, they're kind of opportunistic. They bring back a preseason All-American at safety, and then they have a couple D linemen that are all conference. And so we have our hands cut out for us. Which is just the way we wanted it.
You're right.
I told the team, I don't care where Hiram football has been, but to be the best, you got to beat the best, and we got to play the best teams and prepare ourselves for our conference the right way and kind of see where we measure up. And it's only going to make us better because we're going to see not only what we're good at, but also our flaws and what we need to correct in order to go into our conference and be competitive and win.
Right. Speaking of that, how's the NCAC look this year? Where do you think you rank in that?
Yeah, I mean, if you ask the coaches, we're second to last. But I do think that we're much improved. I think we played a bunch of teams tough last year, and our job now is to have the belief in the fourth quarter that we can pull it out. I do believe the conference is still going to be very tough. I think the top level teams are returning a lot of people, but I do think that we've kind of learned, hopefully, from our mistakes that we've made in the past and improved upon it. And again, just being another year older with some of those guys that are returning, kind of know what to expect. Kind of visited all these places now, that they saw as freshmen and other juniors. So the shell shock of walking into these places is no longer there. And again, I think it comes down to a belief, in the fourth quarter that we're going to find a way to win. That's the most important thing.
Right. Well, Coach, want to wish you good luck. We'll be out there Thursday night. Exciting to be starting on a Thursday night. I know it's great to be the first show on. So
absolutely.
Good luck to the Terriers, and we will see you Thursday night.
Great. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And that was Jack Rosinski, Hiram College head football coach, and we will be out there broadcasting the game 7 p.m. Thursday night. See us there. Good night.
Autumn is an excellent time to enjoy the great outdoors. It's also a great time to experience the scenic upper Cuyahoga River in beautiful Geauga County. At Crooked River Adventures, we're open year-round 7 days a week, and we rent kayaks, paddleboards, and canoes. Before or after your voyage, you can enjoy our restaurant with patio and bar, or you can bring your own picnic. Crooked River Adventures are perfect for school outings and for family bonding. For more information, visit crookedriveradventures.com.
Okay, here we're back here after some paying some bills and getting an interview out of the way. So now we're getting ready for some football here. Hiram will receive. Heidelberg won the toss and decided to defer. And then, that tends to be a common thing nowadays, Doug, is when I was coaching, I always like to defer because if you have a good defense, you can usually end up with pretty good field position if you get them 3 and out. So I think that's a pretty common practice with a lot of coaches if they have confidence in their defense. So the Terriers are going to need to move the ball right away. Sean Tejada, he's going to need to get some things going. Now, last year, Tejada was got his numbers here, and he had 130 yards rushing. He completed 152 out of 259 passes for a 58.7% rate, and he had 13 TDs. His number one returning targets are Tristan Molahan, 22 catches for 325 yards and 2 TDs, and Jarris Green, 24 receptions for 269 yards and 2 TDs. So those are the key people we're going to be looking at to start out the game. And as we said,
well, one of the key players for Heidelberg is going to be the kicker, and we're going to see this right away. This is number 38, Brandon Steckel, and last year he had a long 53-yard field goal. He was 12 for 15 in field goals, and he had 35 out of 38 extra point attempts, and he has scored 71 points, which was 5th in the OIC. And the kick is into the end zone.
Yeah, Hiram decides to bring it out. It is number 2 for the Terriers, and that is Ricardo Jimenez. I take that back. I think that's Victor Campos, a 6'2" wide receiver from Brownsville, Texas. So the Terriers start operations at the 18-yard line. And let's see how they come out of here, Doug. Hiram he has some pretty good size. I mean, they're not small. And, in Division III, size is at a premium.
Well, they had a couple 300-pounders on their line.
Okay. We've got number 20.
And that just got stuffed.
And that is Kason Saki. Just broke down too quickly. Now, they had an H-back in that situation. They pulled the H-back through there, but it didn't work very well. Looks like Hiram lost 4 on that, so it's going to be 2nd and 14 from their 14-yard line. And the Terriers run the ball right up the middle there and pick up about 3 of the 4 yards they lost, and that was Edja Kason Saki. And as we talked about in the beginning of the game, Doug.
And now we have a 3rd and long.
And Saki's the one we're talking about that is going to have to take up for the loss of Roger Malcolm, who was the 2nd leading rusher in the league last year. Okay, they've got a 2-by-2 set here. Tejada's getting ready to call for the ball. He's got the ball. He drops. He's getting pressured by number 9 for
his life.
He's out. And he's up to the 20, over to 25, nearly out to the first, almost to the first down. Nice effort by Sean Tejada. He showed a lot of elusiveness. And, so we're going to be looking at a
4th and 1.
4th and 1. I just don't think you go for it in this situation.
No, I don't think so either.
You just got to play some good field position football. And
back for Heidelberg is number 3, Joseph Norris III.
And punting is Noah Murray for the Terriers. And he uses the rugby kick. Ball's caught at the 32-yard line. And
good coverage by Hiram.
Host of Hiram tacklers. I believe, if I can get the number there, that was number 6 or 8. It was looks like number 6 was the first one down there for the Terriers. And that would be Riley Huff. So, and of course in college football, you can have duplicate numbers. So you can, as long as they're not on the same side of the ball. So we may have 2 6s and 2 90s and some other numbers that we'll see duplicates of. Heidelberg comes out in a pistol formation, and they pick up about 7 yards right off the bat with a little run.
That's number 28.
Yes, Montavious Yearby, and I don't think we're going to be surprised by seeing Yearby get the ball.
No, he was 3rd in the OAC last year in rushing with a total of 1,030 yards. Quick little pass.
Okay, pass. First down for the Student Princes. That's number 35. And that is, we will get that. Number 35 is T.J. Ramey, senior tailback from Patrick Henry out in Northwest Ohio. Pistol formation, 3 to the left for the Student Princes. Sims drops back. Quick little pass, pickup of about 5 yards, and Heidelberg's got something going here, Doug.
Yep. Tackle on the play by number 48.
Okay, we've got 3 receivers to the left with a tight end. We've got single receiver to the right, pistol formation, motion. And Sims drops back. He's going deep. And pretty good coverage by number 12 for the Terriers there, I thought. And that was Tavante Rivas. Good coverage by him, and that's going to bring up third and about a long 6.
That was attempt to number 0, Ethan Chihuahua. Sorry about that one. Better me than you.
Yes, Chiliwa.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a power pistol formation. Splits to each side. Sims goes back, finds the tight end in the middle of the field, and he's able to get down to about the 33-yard line. And that was the tight end for Heidelberg, Dylan Drake, a sophomore, 6'7", 210. Goodness gracious.
He's a big kid.
Yes. We've got a 3-by-1 formation for Heidelberg in the spread. A little quick screen out to number 9, and I believe that is number 9 is Oliver Kelleher. Shout out to Oliver's parents who had met our owner and producer Rick Phillips there at McDonald's earlier today. So we've got a three-man spread to the right, tight end to the left, and we've got back flank to the right, and that's Yerby, and Yerby's off to the races around the corner, and before you knew it, Doug, he was at the 8-yard line.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a nice first step and got out to the outside.
Did not maintain the corner there on Hiram's defense.
No. Yeah, they're going to have to set the edge to keep Yerby in between the tackles there. So Hiram comes out. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're in a pistol formation. Give to Yerby again. Yerby is
he's in for the score.
In the end zone. And the Terriers hung tough, but Yerby is a quality running back, as we had talked about. 1,030 yards rushing in the OAC last year, which was good for third. He also had 9 touchdowns. So the Terrier defensive staff is going to have to get together and devise a plan to stop Yerby, and force them to do something that they don't want to do. Okay, Steckel is up for the kick.
The holder.
Oh, and a little fake. And I don't know that he made it.
I don't think so. No.
So that was the holder, Gavin Reineke. They snapped it, and the holder, Reineke, got up and tried to run it in, but Hiram did a nice job stopping him at the 1-yard line there. So we've got 6-0 in the first quarter with 10 minutes to go. And Hiram needs to regroup a little bit. They've got to. They're going to have to move the ball a little. They've got to get that ground game going, and I think that's the thing that's going to be a key for them. Going back deep for the Terriers is number 2 and 27.
Number 2 is
Sean Tejada had a nice scramble. I mean, that was the highlight of the offensive effort last time. Let's see if they can maybe capitalize off that and get him into the run game a little bit. Hiram's got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. They've got a slot formation, H-back, number 47, and that is
quick pass.
Anthony Brumbaugh Jr., 6 foot, 240-pound tight end.
Picked up 2 on the play.
So we've got 2nd and 8, and we've got
similar formation as last time.
Yeah, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And a little option play with Tejada and Edja Kason Sackney just again, the edge has been a problem. Both times they went that way, Doug, that they've not sealed that well enough for him to have a chance to get outside and get going. So that's a loss of 2. That brings it to 3rd and 10 for the Terriers at their own 25-yard line. Tejada looks things over. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Is by number 31, Noah Murray. Ball rolls down to the Heidelberg 23, and that's where the Student Princes will start operations.
Joseph Morris let that ball go. It was a low line drive kick. I think he was wise in not trying to catch it or fair catch it.
Sure. And you just never know, it takes a bad bounce, comes off your leg, and it would have given Hiram great field position there. So Student Princes start, they're in a spread formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back offset to the left of Drew Sims, the senior quarterback. Sims gives it to, well, we got a host of Hiram Terriers that break in there. And we've got 0, Ethan Chelawa.
Montavious Yerby didn't fool anybody on that one.
No, he didn't. And nice job there. I'm sorry, that was Alfred Pedro, defensive lineman, 6'2", 290 from American Samoa. Okay, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation, Sims drops back, he looks. And that's intercepted by Hiram. And the Terriers are in business at the Heidelberg 40. Nice job by Hiram there, turning that ball over. That was George Wilson Jr., the 5'7", 180-pound senior.
Like we talked at the beginning of the game, one of the things that we wanted Hiram didn't want to do was to turn the ball over. Well, they haven't turned it over, and they have the first turnover of the game.
Right.
So.
And Heidelberg, Heidelberg had pretty much dictated for that first, 7 minutes, but Hiram's got a chance to answer here and make this a new ball game. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Tejada backs up in the gun. He's got Sackney to his right. He drops, he looks, he's getting pressured. He's gets it out to Sackney, and Sackney is able to pick up a couple yards. Nice dump off, and, it wasn't a loss, Doug. Things started to break down. They got the ball, checked it down, got it to the running back. And, 2nd and 8, that's all right. It's moving in the positive direction here. We got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Sackney is offset to the left of Tejada. There's the snap. He drops. He looks. He's going to –
was that intercepted?
Oh, that may have been intercepted by number 54 for defensive that would be out.
I think 55. I think it was 55.
55, Andrew DeHart. DeHart, a grad student, 6 foot, 220 pounds. He's a big boy.
Well.
And, what we just talked about turnovers, Doug, and Hiram just was able to produce the first turnover, and now they turned the ball over. So,
well, Hiram is definitely losing the war at the line of scrimmage. A lot of pressure on Tejada. From the very first play of the game. So,
pistol formation for the Student Princes. Sims drops back. He looks. He's under pressure. He goes down. Number 44.
That's Trey Ferris, a sophomore, 5'9", 215.
Yeah, Ferris, he poured in there, and Ferris is
from Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. Okay. So we've got a power I formation. Sims drops. Little smash route. And they were able to pick up good 15 yards there.
Yeah, that's Ethan Chaliwa.
That was a nice smash route and a first down for the Student Princes. Power I formation. for Heidelberg. 2 receivers to the left, 1 ISO to the right, and they give it to Montavious Yerby, and Yerby's able to pick up about 8 yards. And as you brought up earlier, Doug, they're going to have to set the edge if they're going to prevent Yerby from picking up yards here. Okay, 3 receivers to the right.
Trips
formation, 1 to the left. Back is offset. And Sims goes up the sideline. Wow, nice throw.
That looked like that was right in there, but a nice job there by number 2 of Hiram.
I think that's Ricardo Jimenez.
Yes.
From Denellen, Florida. And, it was good coverage.
Covered that well.
He covered it very well. So we've got 3rd and short here for the Student Princes. The Terriers need to buck up here, and a little quick screen. I believe that was the number 9, Oliver Kelleher. And
pick up the first down.
And they are
and the ball.
Getting down near the red zone there at the Hiram 25. Okay, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and they're in the pistol formation, and they just dump it off to the slot. That's number 35, I believe. And that would be T.J. Ramey, the 5'9", 190-pound senior.
And brought down by Jimenez again. He's making a lot of tackles. But when you're safety,
doing a nice, yeah. And we're going to have a legal substitution there, I believe. That's Sims drops the ball off to number 11, Matthew Dirtle, juniors, 5'11", 190 pounds. Okay, let's see. They're talking to the Student Princes, so I would suspect that
it was against Hiram. They've taken the yardage, not the penalty.
So that puts the ball about the 11-yard line now. And power I formation for Student Princes, 2 receivers to the left. They look, he dumps it off. We can't see what the number is on it. I think it's number 17, but we'll see here.
Yep, 17.
And that's Cole Poorman, a 6'1" sophomore. Okay. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. We got the pistol formation. This is usually where they go to Yerby.
And
Yerby picks up 7 down to the 3-yard line. So we're going to be looking at 3rd and short. And this is a tough, boy, in this situation, Doug, this is just tough here. Pistol formation to give it to Yerby. It's going to be a first down, though. I believe it'll be 1st and goal at about the 1-foot line.
Yep.
So with 3:32 to go in the first quarter, the Terriers will need to buck up here and try to, keep them to the minimum, a field goal. Power I formation, Yerby in motion to the right. I think that's Ramey. And Ramey in the up back position just powers it in. And so that makes it 12-0. And now what do you think here, Doug? Would you go for 2 to try to get back to 14, or with a kid like Stickle?
The way they're controlling the offensive line right now, I'd just kick the ball.
Yeah. Why take the chance?
Okay, you tried to catch them off guard the first time.
Okay.
Up and good.
And that makes it 13-0 with 3:10 to go in the first period. Heidelberg has really been dominant up front, and when you look at their line, 295, 285, 280, 280, and 295, that means they average about 290 up front. and they really controlled things quite a bit up front so far. Now, the one thing about big guys is they can't get tired.
Right.
And, if you can
But the energy, when you have that, if you're on the positive side, that energy stays with you.
Yes, and if you can you keep yourself in a position in the game where you can, strike back, they'll give the Terriers an opportunity to get back in the football game here. So we've got.
Well, Stickle is a heck of a weapon for Heidelberg, because Hiram's not getting any other than the time that they intercepted the ball. They've not had a good starting field position. Standard maybe around the 20.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. We've got Bryce Kriegel, number 27, the freshman back. And I'm trying to see, I think it might be 22 is the other one, which would be Gabriel Hoskins, a 5'9", 175-pound junior running back. Yep,
Hoskins.
Hoskins.
The ball.
Yeah,
crosses
nice.
the 20.
Ooh.
Flag.
Okay, let's see what that is. That's usually not good for the return team. But they get it out to about the 21-yard line, Hoskins does, and the Terriers will take over there. Okay.
Well, they got a break. Hiram got a break there, 15 yards.
15-yard penalty against Heidelberg, and this is the second best field position they've had today. And Tejada is, he's done a pretty decent job. You got to get that line going here, Doug, and start controlling the line of scrimmage a little bit. Take some pressure off the Tejada. You've got a 2-by-2 formation here. Running back motions to the left. Tejada looks. He's getting pressured. He gets outside. He breaks contain.
Maybe picked up a yard.
Yeah, looks like he got a yard. He's out to about the 36-yard line.
They looked like they were going to try to dump one off on the flats on the near side here.
To Sackney, yeah. My apologies. I've been calling him Sackney. It's Sackey. Kason Sackey. Okay, motion, slot to the right. Nice. Oh, okay. Comes back to the football. That's number 11 for the Terriers.
Well, he got a good spot because he was under his own power coming back towards the line of scrimmage.
He sure was. And that was Raekwon Davis Hereford, the 5'9", 175-pound senior wide receiver.
Let's see if Hiram can get a first down.
Oh, that could have been encroachment there. Okay. Looks like a 2-by-2 set here. And
play being signaled in from the sideline.
Kason Sackey to the left of Tejada, and now he moves over to his right, and he gives it to Sackey, and
nothing doing.
Just nothing doing there. I mean, the size of I'm very impressed by Heidelberg's linebackers, Doug. I mean, you look at the size of these guys. That was Isaiah Kamer, and he's 6 foot 225 pounds. Easton St. Clair 5'10", 195, and Darren Davis 5'10", 220. And even the
Joker's 220. Yeah.
I mean, that's good size linebackers there. The rugby kick. Oh, got legs now. Ooh, it's number 3 for Heidelberg. That would be Joseph Norris the third, 5'9", 175-pound defensive back from Lorain, Ohio, Clearview High School. So it looks like the Terriers are taking over at about the 25-yard line here. I was going to say, if Stickle keeps on kicking that way, the Browns might give him a tryout. Okay, we got power I formation for Heidelberg, receivers to the right and left. They give it to Yerby. Yerby pops it out to about the 31-yard line. pick up a 6. And they got to solve that, Doug. That's the big thing right now.
Well, they're just the Heidelberg offensive line is just the defensive line too, just very physical, very physical and big and strong.
Yes, and Sims gets it out to number 17. That is.
He dropped that in really nice there.
He did. That was a nice pass. They've been looking for that. That's Cole Poorman, 6'1", 185-pound sophomore. Poorman comes from Orlando, Florida, University High School. Okay, power eye formation, little play action. Sims drops back. Oh! What a
catch.
What a
one-handed
catch.
81, number 81.
Dylan Drake, the 6'7", 210-pound sophomore.
From Dallas, Texas. Prestonwood High School.
Wow. That was impressive. That was impressive. And you know, how do you defend that, Doug? 6'7" tight end. I mean, you just have some.
You're talking about pro-sized kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
They definitely have something going here at Heidelberg.
Yeah. They have been impressive here in the first quarter, and that's the end of the first quarter with your score: Heidelberg 13 and the Hiram Terriers 0. Terriers regroup here. We've seen some good things out of the Terriers. We've seen some moments. Now they need to put those moments into some meaningful gains.
They need to string a couple of first downs together.
Yes. And I think we talked about that in the pregame. Is the key for Hiram was ball control, keep Heidelberg off the field, run the clock, and play some good defense. And it's not that their defense hasn't played well. It's just that man for man, they've just been overpowered by
absolutely.
Heidelberg. Okay.
And Heidelberg has done a nice job of mixing it up too between run and pass. I mean,
good balance. Okay, so here we go. We've got power I formation for Heidelberg at the Hiram 18-yard line. Sims at quarterback. And there is the drop by Sims. And
oh boy, he threaded that in.
He sure did, and it's down to about the 3-yard line. I think that is
number 8, I believe. Number 8, which would be.
Let's see, where's Key Cunningham? That would not be him. That might be.
And Yerby.
I don't think he got in. So Hiram bows up, 1st and goal, and they turn Yerby away.
Second and goal at the 2.
Yeah. I think that might have been number 9. Oliver Kelleher. They caught that slant. They got Kelleher to the right. They've got the tight end Drake to the right, and they're in a I formation, and they're going to give it to Yerby, and Yerby's just going to go for the corner, and he gets it, and so it's another touchdown for the Student Princes. It just been a good job by Heidelberg sealing the edge and, creating the ability for Yerby to bounce out and get to the sideline. And that's going to be something that Hiram's going to have to, get adjusted. Maybe, hopefully it won't be at halftime, but they can get together with the defense and get that together there. So here comes the extra point by Steckel.
And it's up and good.
And Andrew Barry will be calling you. So
we got to give the new kicker a choice.
We do, and that was a good move by the Browns. So I'm not going to not be too negative about that. I would have done it a little bit earlier if it had been me. You know, they were talking the other day about how Cade York went a full hour in practice and missed every field goal he tried during that 1 hour. This was a few weeks ago.
Oh, my goodness.
So this, you know, we were kind of given a bill of goods that this was something that wasn't going on in practice, because apparently it was going on in practice. Okay, so we got a kickoff here by Heidelberg. Hiram has number 27.
Number 2.
Bryce Kriegel, the freshman, 5'9", 170 pounds from Branford, Florida. And number 2, I believe that is Victor Campos, the senior wide receiver from Brownsville, Texas. We got the cheerleaders here trying to get the Terriers fired up. Okay, Campos on the return, right? Slices out to the 25-yard line and gets out to about the 26. That was a nice return.
Yes.
Ran it right up in there, and looks like we have
somebody down.
Yeah, no, I think it might be Campos. From the look of things, it's maybe an ankle. So we have timeout on the field there, and hey, Rick. We'll get this one. Yeah. Okay. WZAA 106.9 LPFM wants to thank Launch at Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, Ohio for supporting local radio. Launch has classic arcade games, lucky putt golf, and bowling, as well as Crave sit-down restaurant with your favorite apps, slushies, fountain drinks, and ice cream. Open Sunday through Thursday, 12 noon until 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 12 noon to 11 p.m. Our website is launchtrampolinepark.com/Jeffersonville. Okay, so Hiram is back on offense here. And same personnel out there. We got a spread 2x2, and Kaysen Saki is to the right of Tejada, and sends Kaysen Saki in motion, hits a quick slant there, and number 81 comes up with that for the Terriers. That's Jarris Green, the senior, 6'1", 192 pounds. That's a pickup of 8 there.
Yeah. That was one of their better first down plays.
Yes, and they give it to Saki. Kaysen Saki bounces out of there.
No.
Oh, no, it was a keep by Tejada.
Tejada. One-play option.
Yeah, and Tejada picks up about now. We'll see what the flag is. There could be some personal foul on top of this. So
it looks that way because they're talking. Well,
so Tejada on the pulled the ball from Kaysen Saki on the read and picked up about 6 yards there, but he's going to get a few more, I think, on top of it. It looks like.
Oh.
Or are they eating the flag?
Well, if I look where they spotted, if I look at where they've spotted the ball, they spotted it on the 40, and that's past the first down marker. So
yes. Yes. Okay. So add 15 on. That's going to put Hiram down at, I think it's going to put him at the Heidelberg 45. Yes, indeed. So new set of downs for the Terriers. They are now at the Heidelberg 45-yard line. 2x2 set.
The stack here.
Kaysen Saki in motion to the left. Tejada dumps the ball off to number 11 for the Terriers, and he's off to the races down to the 25-yard line. And that was number 11 for the Terriers, and that was Raquan Davis Herford, one of the captains. He is a 5'9", 175-pound senior out of John Hay High School in Cleveland. And ball, Tejada throws another little screen. And these little quick passes seem to be paying off dividends. That was Anthony Sessi, the junior, 5'11", 155-pound receiver. And so 5 more yards. And
so
Doug?
Hiram's got a little something going now.
So we've got a trips formation to the right and single receiver to the left. Kason Saki, they give it to him, and he bangs in for a yard or 2. Just not a lot of push.
No.
Just nothing opening up for him to find the daylight. I'd like to see him if he could get him going in the opening there, and in the open, see what he can do. Okay, so we've got 2 by 2 formation. Kason Saki to the right of Tejada. We've got motion, and Tejada rolls to his right. Oh, just doesn't get off just didn't get the ball off the way he wanted to on that.
He was open. Number 10 was open.
Anthony Sessi was open. So 4th down and
4.
I guess you got to go for it here, Doug. I mean, 2 by 2 formation, and there's okay. I think that's going to be a first down. I believe it is a first down. Nice job by Hiram. Good discipline there. They were able to draw off Heidelberg. Are they going to move the ball? Are we going to redo this? Or, what are they doing out there?
There we go.
All right. Okay, so
I think there's a little confusion as to who was going to move the ball.
That's right. So they are down to the 14-yard line now.
So they're in the red zone. They have a chance for a first down still. They're moving the ball.
Tight 2 by 2. Kason Saki to the right of Tejada. Tejada motions to the right. Roll out. And they're able to drop the ball off. I think that might be Sessi. Nope, that's number 6, which is Tristan Mulholland, the 6'2", 183-pound senior from Southington High School here. Chalker High School in Southington.
We're looking at 1st and goal for Hiram at roughly the 5-yard line.
Yep. They're going to have to bang it in here. That line's going to have to tighten up and give Tejada some protection and Kason Saki some room to run. Okay. Saki jumps over to the left, and a little boot by Tejada. And Tejada's got the corner. Oh! Down to 1 yard
line. Got
a
wall of tacklers there.
And it was those big linebackers we talked about, Doug. I mean,
well, Hiram has found a little something with running some counter-like action.
Right.
So
a little misdirection.
Maybe over pursuit on the part of Heidelberg.
Well, this is where you're just going to have to find that intestinal fortitude if you're Hiram's line to move these Heidelberg defensive linemen off the ball. I mean, you need a yard. You got to move them a yard. And Tejada goes to the corner. Oh! That was intended for Jordan Townsend, the 6'1", 220-pound sophomore out of Liberty High School in Youngstown. I hope they take at least a crack at trying to run it in there, Doug. I think that would be a measure of confidence for the Hiram line to be able to move these guys and get the ball in there, So tight formation. Kason Saki to the right, jumps back to the left. And they're doing a little wildcat right there. Oh, man, he was close. That was number 20 for the Terriers. Okay, so Edja Kaysen-Saki was stopped just short of the goal line. And they've got number 4, Jaden Jennings. He's a 6'4", 245-pound running back from Buffalo, New York. And maybe we're going to see him do a little power run with the quarterback. Yes, I think he's in. Yes.
I think he did.
Oh, no.
Somebody lost their helmet.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I give Hiram a lot of credit there for they did give him a touchdown. Okay. I thought he was in. Didn't think that helmet came off for nothing. So Hiram's on the board now with 8:55 to go here in the first half. And we've got
Chris Miller.
Chris Miller, the place kicker here. And Miller comes in, and the kick is good. And Hiram is on
the board.
Add another point, so it's 20-7. And nice drive by the Terriers, and they needed to do that, Doug. They needed to bang that ball in there. And that builds toughness through the season when you do that. You do that enough times, your kids get some confidence in those situations. And granted,
the difference between quarterbacks' size was significant, down in there. And I think
that was a good move by.
Absolutely, I thought that coach made a great move there because.
Right, Coach Rosinski made a decision. And, Tejada did a heck of a job when he ran that boot. But, we saw what happened to him when he got greeted at the 1-yard line and that.
Yeah.
So I think, that was Jaden Jennings. Yeah. He is a junior quarterback, 6'4", 245. Played at Bishop Timon in Buffalo, New York. So congratulations to Jaden on a nice run. And hope your helmet's all right. Because there was some helmets flying there.
Let's see who we got. We got back for Heidelberg. We have looks like number 8.
Okay, there's the kick. And I think that's number 8.
Oh, that's number 3 there. So
number 3 for the Terriers
was Joseph Morris returning.
He's a captain for the Student Princes, and got the ball out there. Looks like they're going to mark it at the
30. Nope, 29-yard line.
29-yard line is where the Student Princes will start operations. And here's where the Terriers could really benefit from scoop and score, pick six, something that would really profoundly change this game very quickly. And, we're noticing a little breakdown by Heidelberg right now, And we talked about that a little bit earlier, about maybe those linemen start to get a little tired, and they've been out there a long time.
Well, Hiram is playing inspired right now.
Yeah, they are.
That was a big score for them.
Yes. Got a little juice.
Oh. Well.
Okay. Well. I don't know.
Certainly, everybody was pointing over at the Heidelberg sideline, and here it
was
is.
On Hiram.
It was on Hiram. So
a little bit premature enthusiasm there.
1st and 5 at the
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Pistol formation. Sims looks over to get his call. Gets ready for the snap. And then a little quick pass out to 81. Drake, the 6'7" wide receiver, picks up 9 and gets the ball out to 44-yard line of Heidelberg. Drake's a big kid.
And brought down by number 48. No, sorry. Number 48 of Hiram.
Power I formation, 2-by-1.
Little swing pass.
Yerby with a little, really nice footwork by Yerby as he weaved his way through there, and looks like he picked up, I don't know if he got first down, but it's very close. No, they're saying he's a little, they're saying he did get a first down. So pick up a 10 for Yerby on a little swing pass like that. Impressive play. So they're in Hiram territory down to the, looks like they're at the 47-yard line. Power I formation. Sims drops back. He's going deep down the left sideline again. Oh, man. I really question the catchability of that ball. It was way underthrown. The Hiram, he was number 24, the Hiram.
Sims was looking for Ethan Chalua. And
number 24 ran over him, but the thing was
the ball was, I think,
it was way underthrown,
yeah.
and I would question the catchability of that football, but that's why they get the big money out there. And that coverage was provided by Keenan Markle Newsom, freshman, 5'10", 170 pounds. I thought he did a pretty good job there, but power I formation, you've got receivers right and left. Oh, wow, they're working Drake. Drake picks up about, looks like another first down, picks up 11.
Brought down by Dylan Balaker, senior from West Geauga High School in Chester.
There you go. The Wolverines. Okay. So Heidelberg has got a fresh set of downs at the 23-yard line of Hiram. Hiram needs to slow this down a little bit. And Yerby is able to squirt through down to about the 18-yard line, pick up a 5, and be 2nd and 5. 6:50 to go in the first period. Power I formation, and give is to Yerby, and he goes to the right, and Hiram may have him hemmed in. Nice job by the Terriers, as there was nowhere to go for Yerby. They figured they got him on the edge, turned him around. He tried to reverse his field, and there was more Terriers waiting for him. So.
That was one of the better stops for the outside for Hiram.
Yeah, significant loss there, and that's going to make it 3rd and 9. Now they're going to need to get a little pressure on Sims. I'd be looking for Drake. He seems to become a favorite here recently. At 6'7". Okay, we've got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Power I formation. Sims just throws a little swing to Yerby. Yerby's to the 20. So it's going to be 4th and about 2. And, when you've got a guy that's probably a Division III All-American kicker, I guess you're going to bring him out and probably try to field goal. But no, it doesn't look like it.
As well as they've been moving the ball, Bill, I don't think that's.
Yeah, power I formation, receivers are right and left. Sims is able to get it to number
0. That was Ethan
Chilawa.
Chilawa.
Looks like it's at the 1-yard line, Doug. Sims just gunned that in there, and Chilawa did the rest, almost getting in the end zone. Power I formation. Yerby's going for the edge, and nice job.
Yeah.
Nice job by the Terriers.
I think they're beginning to figure out how to stop him, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of it when they're running him outside like that.
And number 10 stuck his nose in there for the Terriers.
Darian Thomas.
Nice job.
from Finneytown.
So let's see. And we got, okay. I formation. Receiver to left. Motions in. Yearby. And Yearby squirts in from the 2 to give the Student Princes another touchdown. And, yeah, you know, you look at it, it's still a touchdown, but I saw a better effort from the Hiram defense in shutting down Yearby to the outside. They took some things away from him. That's the only way you're going to win is you got to take things away and see what you can get to work. So we got Steckel here on the extra point.
Up and good.
And the point is good, so that makes it 27-7. And so let's see if we can wedge in a we'll get a ad in here, Rick. Iron Horse.
Mm-hmm.
World famous Iron Horse Saloon, conveniently located at 13468 Main Market Road. It's 5 miles north on Route 700 from Hiram to State Route 422, right on the scenic Upper Cuyahoga River. Open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. Full service restaurant and bar, Ohio's largest waterfront patio in Northeast Ohio. Come see us before and after the game. Okay.
Kriegel and 22 is Hoskins. Kriegel and Hoskins back for Hiram. And we're awaiting Steckel's kick.
So here we go. Steckel drives the ball down to about the 12, and that's Hoskins, I think. Hoskins gets the ball up there about the 26-yard line. So in our day, Doug, if you got the ball to the 21, if you got over to 20, that was considered good. Nowadays, the way it's set up, if you're getting over to 25, that's a quality kickoff return. So Hiram will start there. And we'll see if Hiram changes their philosophy a little bit. If we're going to see any kind of they got Tejada back. Okay. And looks like Hiram's going to be in a. So they're in a 2-back spread set. Okay. And Tejada drops. He's under pressure. He gets out. He's looking. Gets the ball. No. Nice try, though. Tejada really.
He's running for his life, though.
He was pirouetting in there. He was darting in and out, but he was able to get out and at least get the ball out of there. And so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Terriers.
No, I think one of the problems Tejada faces is that the size of the defensive line is he's only 5'10". I think he has trouble seeing people.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tejada drops. He looks. Drops the ball off, and it's to Case and Sackey, and
they just can't get him going.
No, they took him down, and that was one of our game points in the beginning, is that he needed to get going to get some kind of offense going for the Terriers. Lost 3 on that. So we've got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Tejada in the gun with Case and Sackey to his right. Tejada throws down. Oh! It's a nice little throw by Tejada. I mean, so time to punt for the Terriers. And we've got 3:08 to go in the first half, 27-7. Heidelberg.
Back for Heidelberg is Joseph Norris.
And punting for Hiram is Noah Murray. So here is the, it looks like I'm bringing a little pressure. He's rolling the rugby kick.
Ooh, blocked. Blocked by number 12.
And it looks like it went out about the 6-yard line.
That was blocked by Gavin Reinecke.
Yeah. I just
Memorial High School in St. Mary's, Ohio.
Yeah. 3 minutes to go here. I don't know, Doug. I question the judgment there on that when, I mean, I understand why you do the rugby kick, but it looked like he was thinking that he was going to run on that, and at the last second he said, no, I'm not going to do this, and they got blocked. So that definitely puts the Terriers in a tough position here.
Heidelberg had them, they had the two guys out on the
wide receiver,
the wide men, and then they put a guy in the gap on that side,
right,
just to prevent that,
right, just to check him in case he was going to do something like a fake in that. And that's the idea with that, is if you're putting pressure on the edges when you're doing that rollout kick, you just never know when they could take it and go. But in that position, where the field position was, I don't know that was a.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a wise move.
No.
I would have just.
Yeah, let's get out of the half, because instead of being down 20, now you could be down by 27, and you just that hole perpetually gets bigger. So hopefully they can bow up here and get a little bit of a stand. So we will see. So Sims is still in there at quarterback. Power I formation. Receivers split left and right. And Drew Sims gets ready. And that little boot and drops it off to
33. So he drops it off to.
Is that T.J. Ramey?
Yes.
T.J.
Ramey, number 35.
Yeah. And Ramey's been a pretty effective back out of the backfield for Heidelberg. Okay. Same formation here. They're going to move Ramey up into the slot. Splits right and left. And we've got the pistol formation. And they give it to Yerby.
And Yerby just trots in.
So Yerby on a 2-yard run. And I just think that was that block kick was a momentum killer there for Hiram. Anything that.
I think it's going to be really interesting to see who comes out on
the second
half for Heidelberg, whether or not they'll call off the dogs or they're going to Steckel back.
I have been impressed. I will say this. I'm impressed by the Sims kid for Heidelberg. He's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes all the throws, and with the threat of Yerby, it just makes him that much more dangerous.
Right.
So, Hiram is in that building stage. They're not where Heidelberg is right now, and that's what Coach Rosinski wants, is to get the team to that point where he's getting those kids. And Hiram's in a great area here. I mean, you're between Youngstown, Warren, and then you've got Cleveland to the west, and Akron and Canton. There's no reason why Hiram can't get the kids to be competitive with these teams, because these teams are getting them. Now, you sprinkle in some out-of-state kids when you start, you get to the point like when you're, say, Mount Union, people come up here because they want to play in that program. So, Heidelberg's headed that way, and Hiram that's where Hiram wants to go. Okay.
Steckel's kick.
There we go. And I think that is Hoskins again. Yeah. There you go.
Nice return.
And Hoskins gets 31-yard line. And, nice little return by Hoskins, Gabe Hoskins. And we'll see what happens here. 2:29 to go. So the question will be, do you try to put something together here, Doug, or do you just try to be conservative? And
I think that there's almost too much time if you
to be
just decide. If you
you'll
just
end up
decide,
punting.
yeah,
Yeah.
and give them the ball back again. So you might as well try to mix it up and try to string together at least some first downs and get some confidence for the second half.
Okay, they got Hoskins in the backfield now, and motion with Brumbaugh.
Somebody moved early.
So, see, Gabriel Hoskins has got in there for Kaysen Saki, and just trying to give him a break probably. He's been taking a beating out there. And so Tejada's got two receivers to the right. He's got a slot and a wide out to the left. And Hoskins, give to Hoskins. He's trying to get to the corner. Nice tough run by Hoskins. Looks like he probably maybe got out to the 36, 37-yard line. And Hiram will be looking at.
It was a nice run considering it,
Yeah, I thought it was.
Considering they had lost 5 yards previously.
Right. So it looks like 2nd and 5 here. Okay, Hoskins motions to the left. Nice pass by Tejada. That's number 6. That's Tristan Mulholland. Hallahan, I should say. 6'2", 183-pound senior wide receiver. It was a nice crisp throw by Tejada. Got it out there. And now,
Hiram shows signs, but they're not stringing enough of those plays together to
keep the momentum. Yeah, I agree. 2:05 to go here in the first half, 34-7 Heidelberg. Terriers are threatening Heidelberg territory here as they trying to put together something. As we've got a opportunity here, Rick. Let's hit one here with the Ganley. Okay. Come see the future of automotive luxury today at Ganley Chevrolet, Aurora. 310 West Garfield Road, Aurora, Ohio. I'd like to throw out mentions to some of our patrons, Daystar Ford in Garrettsville, Ohio, and Al Rayback. Thanks, Dad, for contributing to the class of 1957. Okay, so we're back to action here. And we've got
first down.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. First down for the Terriers at the their own 45-yard line. And Hoskins just buries his head in there. He just creased the 45-yard line, so we're going to call it 2nd and 9. I see a lot of substitutions going on for Heidelberg now.
Yes.
A lot of clean jerseys, getting some of their other players some experience. Okay, so we've got 2nd and 9. Tejada looks it over. Get 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Gives it to Hoskins again, and Hoskins.
Nope.
Oh, no. Well, nice. Got faked out again. 2nd time. Pass intended for Mulholland, and Tejada's he's a little magician with that ball. He pulls it in and pulls it out there pretty well. 1:08 to go in the first half. They're gonna have to push it here. It's 3rd and 9. They have any ideas of scoring here, they're going to have to try to get this down there. Three receivers left. Tejada rolls to his left, gets it to number 11. Oh, no, but that's enough for a first down. And nice job for Raekwon Davis Hereford, senior wide receiver out of John Hay High School. Okay, first down at the Heidelberg 45. Okay. And there's a throw. Oh, there you go. And that's Redcon Davis Hereford again, and with another first down for the Terriers.
I think that one's coming back.
Is it holding?
I think it was a holding.
A nice catch at the 28. And it looked like the Terriers had now I'll say this, Doug. You know, Raekwon Davis Hereford has had some key catches in his first half.
Yes.
I think he's earning himself some playing time here. You know, you like to see a senior like that step up and you know, last season get what he can get out of his senior year here. So we've got
first and 20.
Tejada, they're back now again on their own 45 are the Terriers. So Hoskins and Tejada are looking over the field, and let's see what they can find. Shakes out. Oh, there's a blitz coming off the edge. Hoskins does a nice job picking them up, and that's number.
Oh,
yes!
nice catch!
Nice catch
Number
for the
10,
Terriers.
number
Anthony
10, Sessi.
Sessi, the junior wide receiver. Sessi is from Weirton, West Virginia, from Madonna High School. And the Terriers are moving. 35 seconds to go in the first half. Tejada gives the ball to Hoskins. Hoskins cuts back down to about the 18. They're going to probably have to take a timeout here.
Yep, timeout.
And nice. Okay, so Hiram's got a little something going here. And I've been impressed with Hoskins. You know, he's come in and he's a different kind of runner from Quason Saki, who's more of the shifty, elusive guy. Hoskins is more the straight ahead, you know, find a path and go. And right now that's working. So, you know, you ride the horse that's keeping you in the race. So I would say that's a good move. And as we talked about, Raekwon Davis Hereford has done a nice job catching the ball in this drive for him. So,
well, that was a beautiful catch by Sessi that last time.
Oh yes, and Sessi, yes. You know, so these are all things that you build on going into the second half and maybe light a fire. Okay, so Tejada's bringing the troops out. You got two receivers to the left, one to the right. Looks like they're going to go with two-back set, flanking Tejada on his right and left. Probably give him a little more protection. We'll see what they do with him. Now they're gonna send him out into Pao. Yeah,
it went back to Sessi.
Yeah, it went back to Sessi. Yeah,
he was open there for a minute, and then.
You know, I don't know, Doug. Part of me thought when Tejada stepped up in the pocket, there was a lane there that he could have. I think he would have been able to easily get the 5 yards to, you know, get another first down. But, of course, you want to get in the end zone, 5 yards opposed to 6 points. Okay, we've got three receivers to the left, one to the right. Tejada with Hoskins set to his left, takes the ball.
Snap.
And he's throwing it up again. He's going to Hereford, Davis Hereford, and So,
down.
Of course, I don't know the range here of Chris Miller. It looks like they're going to try it, though. Okay. So this is going to be 35-yarder. And we will see. So 19 seconds to go.
Mullihan, the holder.
Yeah. Mullihan's holding. There's the kick. And yes. Oh, no, he missed it.
Tanked it off a bit.
So with 15 seconds to go, the Terriers miss an opportunity to pick up some points. But it was a decent drive, Doug, and I guess you got to use that to build momentum for the second half. So as we take a look here, I imagine Heidelberg will take a knee, and we'll see 34-7 as the halftime score. So there you are. Yeah, I would imagine it would be very. As soon as they get the clock rolling here. Okay. And Sims gives the ball off to Yearby. Yearby picks up 8, and that's probably the last play, I would think.
Yeah, they're heading for the locker room.
So at halftime, Heidelberg 34, Hiram 7. There's bits and pieces for the Terriers to build on. Some things we saw.
They have a few things. I just think they're just physically outmatched though tonight.
I agree. They're just Heidelberg just has some great size, and it just makes it so difficult. When we look, what would be the difference? Per man. Now we talked about Heidelberg being near 290 up front, and there's some big kids.
I don't know that there's a huge significant difference between
the size,
the size on the line.
Right.
I would say though that the difference is the size of Heidelberg's skilled players.
Right.
Tight end is 6'7". I mean, you've got
linebackers all 220.
Linebackers and safeties that are by far much larger than the skilled player on Hiram's offense.
On Hiram's offense, yeah. Yeah, and what do you do coaching wise on that? You can only scheme so much, and so we'll see what Coach Rosinski comes out with in the second half. But like I said, there were some things they came away with that they can go in there and talk to them about and say, okay, these things worked. Now we need to build on these things we've done, and we'll see how that goes. So I guess it's time to roll some ads here. And we can do the Hiram. Okay. Jeffersonville, Ohio, for supporting local radio. Launch has classic arcade games, lucky putt golf, and bowling, as well as Krav sit-down restaurant with your favorite apps, slushies, fountain drinks, and ice cream. Open Sunday through Thursday, 12 noon until 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 12 noon to 11 p.m. Our website is launchtrampolinepark.com/Jeffersonville. Okay, and then we'll move to the Iron Horse. World famous Iron Horse Saloon, conveniently located at 13468 Main Market Road. It's 5 miles north on Route 700 out of Hiram to State Route 422, right on the scenic Upper Cuyahoga River. Open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. Full-service restaurant and bar. Ohio's largest waterfront patio in Northeast Ohio. Come see us before and after the game. Ganley. Come see the future of automotive luxury today at Ganley's Chevrolet Aurora, 310 West Garfield Road, Aurora, Ohio.
Autumn is an excellent time to enjoy the great outdoors. It's also a great time to experience the scenic Upper Cuyahoga River in beautiful Geauga County. At Crooked River Adventures, we're open year-round 7 days a week, and we rent kayaks, paddleboards, and canoes. Before or after your voyage, you can enjoy our restaurant with patio and bar, or you can bring your own picnic. Crooked River Adventures are perfect for school outings and for family bonding. For more information, visit crookedriveradventures.com.
Hello. Okay, let's take a look at the halftime stats. We've got first downs, Heidelberg 17, Hiram 8. Rushing yards, 19 carries for Heidelberg for 61 yards, 14 carries for Hiram for 34 yards. Passing yards, 195 for Heidelberg, 106 for Hiram. Sims for Heidelberg is 17 of 21 with one interception. And then Tejada for Hiram is 12 of 20 with one interception. Total offense, 40 plays for Heidelberg, 256 yards. For Hiram, 34 plays and 140 yards. Punt returns, Heidelberg 3 for 26. Kickoff returns, Heidelberg 1 for 19. Hiram 5 for 77. Each team had one interception, returned for no yards. Punts, Hiram had 4 for 32 yards, or an average of 32 yards. Penalties, Heidelberg had 3 penalties for 35 yards. Hiram had 4 for 35. Time of possession, Heidelberg 14 minutes and 31 seconds, and Hiram 15 minutes and 29 seconds. Third down conversions, Heidelberg was 3 of 4. Hiram was 1 of 8. Fourth down conversions, Heidelberg was 1 of 1, and Hiram was 1 for 1. Red zone scoring chances, Heidelberg was 5 for 5, and Hiram was 1 for 2. Individually for Heidelberg rushing, Montavious Yerby, 15 carries for 67 yards for a net of 62. Long run was 11, and he averaged 4.1 yards per carry. Carson Van Hoos had 1 carry for Heidelberg for 7 yards. TJ Ramey had 2 carries for 1 yard and a touchdown. Montavious Yearby, by the way, had 4 touchdowns on the ground. Drew Sims had 1 carry for 0 yards. For Hiram rushing, Sean Tejada, 4 carries for 16 yards, average 4 yards a carry. Gabe Haskins, 3 carries for 16 yards, 5.3 yards per carry. Edja Kaysen Saki, 6 carries for 1 yard, and Jay Jennings, 1 carry for 1 yard and a touchdown. Drew Sims for Heidelberg passing 17 of 21, 1 interception, 195 yards, no touchdowns. His long play was 40, and he was sacked 1 time. For Hiram, Sean Tejada, 12 of 20, 1 interception, 106 yards. The long play of 32, he was not sacked. Receiving wise, for Heidelberg, Oliver Kelleher, 4 catches, 46 yards, no touchdowns. Dylan Drake, 4 catches for 45 yards. He had a long of 14. TJ Ramey, 4 catches for 22 yards. Cole Pullman, 2 for 40. On the Hiram side of things, and we'll let Doug jump in here if he's made the journey back here. We're at Hiram receiving, Doug, if you want to run down
receiving, we have Raekwon Davis Herford with
go to that.
36 yards. Three catches for 36 yards. Yeah. We have Anthony Sessi, two catches for 37 yards. Tristan Mollahan, we have 2 catches for 19 yards, and Anthony Rumbaugh, 2 for 7 yards.
Okay, Heidelberg did not punt. Hiram's punting. Should have Chris Miller. Here you go.
Chris Miller, yes. Chris Miller punted 3 times for a total of 128 yards, an average of 42.7 yards. The long was 47.
Okay. Punt returns, Joseph Norris for Heidelberg, 2 for 10 yards, and Elijah Hodge Jr., 1 for 16. Let's drop down.
And Hiram did not have any punt returns.
Right. Kick returns, Joseph Norris, 1 for 19 for Heidelberg.
And for Hiram, we had Gabriel Hoskins. We had 3 returns for 37 yards. His long was 16. And Ricardo Jimenez, he had 2 for 40 yards, with his long being 22.
Okay, defensively, Trey Ferris led the way for Heidelberg with 4 unassisted tackles, 2 assisted tackles for a total of 6, and 2 tackles for losses. Cody Benish, 1 unassisted, 1 assisted for 2. Darren Davis, 2 unassisted, and Darian Thomas, 2 unassisted.
And for Hiram, tackles, we have Dylan Ballaker, 2 unassisted, 2 assists for a total of 4, and 1 half tackle or half tackle for a loss. Malachi Nation, 3 unassisted with 1 assist, 4 total points, and 1 for tackle for a loss. Terry Allison, 3 unassisted with an assist, 4 total, and half tackle for a loss. And then finally Gregory Wilson Jr., 2 unassisted with an assist, 3 total, and none for a loss.
So when we look at it, Doug, I mean, we look at a couple of the things here. I was looking at Sims. Now, Sims was 17 of 21 for 195 yards, but Tejada was 12 of 20. So actually, there was the attempted passes was only off by 1. The other thing is that Tejada was not sacked in that first half, which is, with the pressure that Heidelberg was putting on, he did a good job to stay up on his feet and not go down. So, I see that as a positive there. just looking at it, the rushing is obviously the problem. Hiram had 14 rushing attempts for a total of 34 yards. That's going to have to change in the next half for them to get some offensive success going.
Yeah, and unless they can get off the ball and open some seams, it's going to be a long second half.
Right.
Credit to Hiram. They didn't give up. They even when they were well behind, they were still making efforts that last drive. It's unfortunate they didn't score there.
Yeah. I'd like to mention some of our patrons, and that would be Daystar Ford in Garrettsville, Ohio, and Alan Rayback, a Hiram graduate of 1957. Both were patrons. If you'd like to be a patron for our broadcast, and we will be back here for 3 more Hiram games, please contact us at Campus Nation or WZAA LPFM and for more information about being a patron for our telecast. So as we move on through this schedule, Doug, we will be traveling out to Defiance this weekend for a game with Mountain Union and the Defiance Yellow Jackets. And, the thing here is there's some similarities between Defiance and Hiram, is they're growing programs that Defiance ended the season 3-7, but they were 3-1 in their last 4 games. They ended the season strong, so they're looking forward to building on that. Of course, I don't know that anybody looks to open with.
No, I was going to say that opening with the Mount Union is certainly a big mountain to climb.
I enjoyed talking to some of the Defiance people, and I said, I see you open with Mount Union, and their response was, well, everybody gets their turn. So I guess there's some truth to that. But after that, we will be traveling on September 9th. We will be going out to Oberlin, and Oberlin will be playing Concordia College out of Chicago, Illinois. So that'll be fun to see that. On September 26th, we will be moving to we're going to North Carolina, where it's actually the game, and there's a story behind this. Hocking College is building a new field, and they will not be able to play any home games right away. They're shooting for the end of the season, so they will be playing Lewisburg College, who is a very good junior college program. We had the opportunity to see them a few years ago, and real solid program there. And they're going to be coming up, and they're going to meet in Weirton, West Virginia, and they're going to play at Independence High School there. So we're going to be doing that on the 16th of September, followed by a return to Hiram on September 23rd, when they will be playing the Big Red of Denison. So that'll take us up through September. Of course, we go all the way through into the beginning of November. So looking forward to those games and looking forward to seeing how the Terriers grow during this season. As I say, we're going to be here 4 times. We'll be here for the Denison game. We'll be here for their game with Oberlin. And we'll be here for their last game of the year against Wabash. So we'll have an opportunity. It's like every 3 games we get to see them, and we'll see how that team progresses through the season. Okay, so we are about 2 minutes and 34 seconds away from.
Teams are out on the field. I was looking.
What are you looking for there, Doug?
I was looking for the schedule that you were reading off there.
Oh no, I was doing by memory.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, no, I didn't bring a schedule, but I will do that. Now, did you ever get that schedule? I know I sent you.
You sent me one, but then there was an updated schedule. I didn't get it.
Okay, so I have to send you that. I thought I sent it to you. I had a couple sent out to a couple. Some people got them, some. Okay, so we're back for the second half here. Hiram College Terriers hosting the Heidelberg Student Princes, 34-7 at halftime. And Heidelberg will receive. They deferred after they won the coin toss, and Hiram will be kicking off.
No, Heidelberg is definitely looks to be an up-and-coming program.
They've got to. They have to crack through that. You know, you've got the Mountain Union factor, and then John Carroll and Baldwin Wallace, who are also traditional powers in the OAC. They, like I say, back in 2012, we were able to break through that. The only game we lost that year was to Mount Union, besides the NCAA playoffs where we lost. But the thing with Heidelberg is they're going to have to get through that shell of the programs that Baldwin Wallace has won national titles, and I should say national title, and then and John Carroll's been in the playoffs many times. We got number 28 for Heidelberg, and that would be Montavious Yearby. And Yearby also is another Florida athlete. He comes from Port St. Lucie, near West Palm Beach down in.
Well, unfortunately for Heidelberg, that was a beautiful return that's going to get called back because of holding.
And thank goodness for Hiram. So see how that works out here. But, just looking at this schedule or looking at this roster, Heidelberg's got kids from all over the place here. I did notice a couple, as Doug said before, there's one from Streetsboro and we had one from West Geauga. Okay, so Sims comes out, starts the second half, and I believe that's number 9, I think, for Oliver Kelleher.
No, that was.
Or was that
Ethan? Ethan Chaliwa.
Okay. We get the Chaliwa.
Yes, he's had a lot of receptions. He's doing.
Okay.
He's a.
Oh, so that's a 0 there.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a 0.
I got you. Okay. So we got 2 receivers to the left. Play action. Chaliwa
again.
And Chaliwa's out to about the 33-yard line.
First down.
Good for a first down for the Student Princes. And, most coaches usually bring their starters back for the beginning of the third quarter in a game where they've got it under control. So, you would expect to see some other players getting in here pretty soon. So we've got 2 receivers to the left. We've got a flanker to the right. And then Sims drops back, and he goes for number 9, and that's Oliver Kelleher. Kelleher was running open on that one.
Yes, he was.
So that'll bring us to second.
They've come out this half, and they're going the short. They were running run all the plays to the short side of the field.
And it's just probably something that Coach Donaldson wants to work on, and for situations they may see down the road. 2 receivers to the right. Sims drops back. He's very patient, hits Yearby, and nothing doing. Hiram was on Yearby pretty quickly, forced him out about the 40 or the 36-yard line. So, it appears to be Hiram has done a better job with Yearby, starting towards the end of the second quarter and into this third quarter now. Okay, 2 receivers to the right, and I think that's going to be encroachment. And, almost a nice comeback on that one.
Of course, I think he pushed off.
Yes. Chaliwa did a nice job there. And that's one of those ones in the NFL that they get away with all the time,
Right.
So they Okay, so that's going to shorten this to about probably 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 2 here. It looks like 3rd and 2. So really, I would expect them to probably run it here. Okay, they've got a wing to the right, and they've got 2 receivers to the short side of the field. Yerby is off to the left. They give Yerby the ball. He slices through. Nice cut.
Oh, and
he is off to the races. 20, 10, 5, touchdown for Montavious Yerby of Heidelberg. What a cut. What a jump cut. He found that seam, and boy, once he got going, he accelerated. Looking at the first half statistics, he had kind of a pedestrian first half. He just went over 100. He just went over 100 yards there. So 12:55 to go, 40-7, Heidelberg, and Mr. Automatic Brandon Stickle is out for the extra point. And I can see why Stickle was the 3rd leading scorer in the league last year, as he gets a lot of opportunities, not only for field goals, but he gets a lot of opportunities for extra points.
Well, and he's got a great leg too. So I mean,
and there's not much limit on what they can do with him. I'm curious there. Where is Mr. Stickle from? Cardington, Lincoln, Ohio. Okay, Cardington Lincoln High School, which is down by Marion. Okay, so Hiram is going to receive the kickoff here, and back deep, they've got Gabriel Hoskins, and
27.
it's the
Bryce Kriegel.
Yep. So I'd like to see Kriegel get an opportunity to return one here. Give the freshman a little chance to do something with the ball. Okay, so kickoff coming from Stickle, and it's a pretty cool night. It's really nice.
Very pleasant. Perfect football weather.
Yes. And Hoskins gets it. Wow, nice run by Hoskins. Battles it out to about the 32-yard line. And for any of those people that are in live in the Chagrin Falls area, tomorrow night we have the Kenston Bombers and the Chagrin Falls Tigers square off, and one of the big rivalries in the area.
Still something that, as a Kenston alumni, it's still something that I think fires up the Kenston alumni.
It is always a good turnout for that game. Both teams are 2-0 so far this year. I might say Kenston's played a little tougher schedule, though. Okay, so Tejada gives the ball to Kason Saki, and he got a few yards. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him get a good, solid hole where we could see him,
see
use
what he's got,
his explosiveness. Okay, so Tejada with Kason Saki in motion to the left, trips to the left, and they got it. There we go.
There he goes.
All right, nice.
Kason Saki with a first down.
Kason Saki squirts out to about, looks like the 48-yard line of Hiram, and that's what we wanted to see, all night, is to get him out in the open and see what he could do. So Hiram's get 2 receivers to the wide side, 2 into the boundary, and
ball on their 40, on Hiram's 48.
Yeah, and Kason Saki off to Tejada's right, and a little play action, and I think that's Hereford Davis, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think that was, and then.
Or Davis Hereford, I'm sorry.
A little no gain on that one, though.
Yeah. Okay, 2nd and 10. Hiram operating from their own 48-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And Tejada drops. He's flushed out of the pocket. He steps up, and he was just I think that could – well, I mean, they may have ruled him out of bounds. We'll see. No. He's lucky he didn't.
I think he got away with.
He's lucky he didn't get
with grounding on that one.
I just didn't see how he was going to be able to get out of that. The way he was going, I'm thinking, oh man, he's running out of sideline, and for a right-handed quarterback rolling to the right, that's a tough thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got
3rd and 10,
and we've got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. We've got Case and Saki to the right of Tejada, a little motion there. And Tejada rolls to the right. Oh, and his target was Davis Herford, but couldn't come up with the ball. So 4th down, and Hiram will be forced to punt again. And was started out with some promise there, Doug. It just kind of petered out there. So 10:50 to go here in the 3rd period. Hiram will be punting, and they've got Noah Murray. Last time Murray got himself in a little trouble. Let's
Joseph Norris, Joseph Norris, the 3rd back for the punt.
We'll see if they try to see if he
short. Ooh, I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't know what he was thinking either.
Let that ball bounce, and then almost put a hand out there, and almost touched it.
Right. So let's see if Heidelberg starts shipping in some clean jerseys here. So that ball rolled out about the looks like the 13-yard line. Let's see if we see Drew Sims or if he's done for tonight.
Well, Sims is out there.
Okay, so Sims is out, and
he's still looks like he's got his starters still out there.
Yerby is out, and they're in a power I formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And let's see what and they send Yerby in motion, and they give it to Ramey. Ooh, Ramey with a nice little run out to the 26-yard line, and he's got himself about 7 yards, Doug.
I think you're going to see I think you're going to see Ramey maybe getting a lot of the ball this time.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to a point where when you've got a back like Yerby, you don't want to get him hurt either at the same time. So, okay, so they've got 3 receivers to the short side of the field, 1 to the wide side, and Sims drops. And, beautiful catch.
Flag on the play, though.
Okay, that was probably holding. Ramey got up for that one, and that's a fullback's dream there to be able to catch the ball like that one. So we'll see. Could be moving back. If it's holding, it's going to put them in a long situation here. I've been impressed with Sims, though. Sims throws the ball very well. And
it was a nice touch.
He does block below the waist. The old dreaded chop block. Doug, when we were kids, we used to do that.
We were allowed to do that back then.
That was a great play on the off tackle play, as we would get the high low going on that. But it's a day gone past.
Yeah, well, the day of 150-pound lineman is long gone, too.
That's true, too. 2-by-2 set. Sims drops. He's looking. Oh, intercepted by number 40 for Hiram. And he might take it. No. Oh, he's still going. Oh, down to the 1-yard line. Wow. That is
I think he crossed.
Oh, they give it to him? Oh, Gavin Cruiser.
That was the first mistake I think that Sims had tonight.
Yeah. So
no, he had one earlier.
So Cruiser, that was about a 18-yard return, and boy, that was a nice return for him too. As he negotiated his way through to the end zone. So Hiram puts 6 more on the board, and we await the extra point from Chris Miller. And it is good.
Good.
So 41-14, 9:30 to go, third quarter. And a little life for the Terriers there. Some good news. And, it's amazing when you look at the sideline, Doug, how things change so quickly in football. Interception return like that, and all of a sudden these guys are all smiling and ready to go, and just gets that battery re-energized. So
one of the things I always enjoyed about when I the few years that I managed to coach football is again it's such an emotional game. It's just, you can ride that that momentum.
Yes, you can. So we'll see here. Hiram gets ready to kick off, and see who's back there. Is that number 25? Okay, let's see. We'll pull out the Heidelberg roster here. And
Van Hoos, Carson Van Hoos.
Carson Van Hoos. Yeah. He is from, it's down from my
Clinton, Massey, and Waynesville.
Yeah,
I know where that is.
That's my former teaching area down there.
And I can't see who the other number is there yet.
So I don't know if Rick heard that number 25 is from Clinton, Massey, returning to kick for Heidelberg.
But that appears to be Yerby who has the ball.
Yep. Okay, so he gets it out to the 15. We got a scrum going here. And I just
35.
Rugby term.
Ramey was the other one back there.
Yeah. So here's
let's see if Hiram has some life from that score.
Yeah. And I guess the 9:20 to go here.
Sims is still there.
Sims is back. You got 2 receivers to the right. And Yerby in the backfield. So not much has changed here for Heidelberg. No, they trade over. Drake goes over to that side with Ramey. And then they get a quick ball out to pick up of about 11 there. I think that
9.
Is that Mollahan?
No, it's
it's Oliver.
Kelleher.
Kelleher
Caught the ball.
Okay. Okay. Pistol formation. Heidelberg trades over. Drake and Ramey.
Still going the short side of the field right now.
Yeah. Is it number? Let's see if we get the number on the receiver there. 17. Oh, was that Drake?
Poorman.
Or Poorman. So it's going to be enough for a first. Well,
trips over on the other side.
Okay. And a little pickup there of about 4 yards. So kind of a conservative approach here for Heidelberg. And just taking their time, as they really don't need to be any great hurry here. 2 receivers to the right. Give to Yerby. Yerby bounces. Wow. And again, nice job by the Terriers.
They stayed hard fought 3 or 4 yards there.
Yeah, they stayed in front of him, and he kept on bouncing, hoping to find a gap, and Hiram closed it off. So lessons to be learned for the future there. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Yerby motions to the left. and he is out in the flats, and
Jukes one, gets the first down.
yeah, and he gets over the 40-yard line, so it's a first down for Heidelberg. And they're just kind of dinking and dunking here, Doug, and just keeping the clock rolling. It's kind of like a controlled passing game where you're just trying to make sure you don't get incompletions and keep the clock running. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Sims drops. He's going up the sideline, and he's got – good position again by Hiram's number 12. 12 is Tavante Rivas. Rivas was in good position on that.
Yes, he was.
And Heidelberg is still willing to pitch it downfield there. So they got to stay alive on this. 2nd and 10. Pistol formation. Give the Yearby.
Okay.
And pretty good job by the Terriers on that, as they limited it to about a 2-yard gain, which is going to make it
Third and 8.
Yes, should be 3rd and 8. Yep. And so Hiram's done a pretty good job this half in that one run, keeping Yearby buttoned up there. And you wonder again how long he'll be in there. I can't think that we'll see much of him in the 4th quarter, if any. And there's Sims. Sims drops back. He drops it off to Ramey, and Ramey just scoots up the sideline, deep into Hiram.
Oh my goodness!
Just broke through numerous tackles and was able to get a, would that be 58-yard run after the catch.
Beautiful. Great effort on his part.
Yeah, he wanted it. He wanted to get in there, and there was, some missed tackles on the sideline there that could have brought him down. So, what's that? You might as well pay that up right now.
Steckel's kick. Up
so
and good.
And 6 minutes to go. (48-14) in favor of Heidelberg. The Terriers will get the ball here, and it's just starting to wear them down a little bit, Doug. All that, you were talking about the momentum of football and that, after
you get a big high there, and all of a sudden you just give up a run after that catch, and all of a sudden you're hitting a low.
Yeah. Well, we always had a philosophy when I was coaching that if we had the ability to get up by 21 quickly in a game, that, because high school's a little different than college, but we found that usually took the wind out of the sails when they looked up and saw 21-0, and then, most teams, if it's 2 touchdowns, they think, okay, we got a chance. But you get to that 3rd touchdown, psychologically, it gets tough for them. And I can imagine how college is, of course, they play 3 minutes longer. With a little jet kick.
Uh-oh.
And they just must be practicing. Yeah. That brings back memories of our high school days.
It sure does.
Zin Gorby, our head football coach at Kenston, coined the term the jet kick. And we had a kicker who was pretty limited on the length, so he always kicked across the field to about the 30 to 35-yard line. And we've actually seen it employed over the years more and more by a lot of teams that are trying to prevent the big returns.
Right.
And Zin's philosophy is, I'm not going to kick it to the fastest guy in the field and give him a free shot to run the ball back on us. So Okay, Hiram's got the ball, 2 receivers to the right. Hoskins is swarmed under by the Heidelberg defense. And
I think I'm seeing cleaner uniforms out there now.
yeah,
I think they finally have
some new numbers out there.
Yeah.
And of course, that brings some added momentum for those kids that haven't been playing to get a chance to get in there. They're all excited. It's like a new game for them.
Right.
So, okay, 2 receivers to the right for Hiram. Hoskins to the right of Tejada. Tejada drops. He rolls. He's looking. And, yes.
Davis Hereford.
Yes. Davis Hereford is the recipient of that. And
Well, we have a flag down, and I think this one's coming
gonna be
back.
holding.
Yeah.
Or illegal block. That was number 79, Donovan Mills, Hiram's all-conference offensive tackle. And it must be, a long day for him when you see the variety of different defensive linemen that Heidelberg presents. So Hiram gets ready for the play here. They are now back in about the 16-yard line. Tejada with Hoskins off to his right. We got second and about half a mile. And Hoskins,
Dropped it.
nice little play developed there, but Hoskins dropped the ball.
Saw all that green space.
He ran before he got the control of the pigskin there. So 3rd and
23.
Yeah, 23. 3rd and 23 here. We got trips to the right, single receiver to the left, Hoskins off to the right of Tejada. Tejada calls for the ball, gets it. He looks. He's out of the pocket, and then, yeah. Okay, so I think we're going to get pass interference call here. Yeah, I'm not. And I will say the officiating has been pretty good in this game. Oh. I don't know about that either way. I think they're watching a different game, apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't see that, but anyhow, we shall see here. So here comes another punt for the Terriers, kicking from about the 15-yard line. Oh, this one, if it gets legs, this is going to be a good kick. This is Norris with the return of about. Oh, there's a wall too. Oh no. Oh no.
Wow.
So Joseph Norris the third.
That really turned.
That was a beautiful return, though.
Well, once he spun out of what appeared to be a tackle.
And it goes back to what you tell your cover people is you have assigned lanes that you have to stay in. And as they came down, they started to converge, and they weren't able to pin him in on the sideline. And once he spun out of that, picked up about 40 yards on the return there.
With a penalty.
With a penalty on top of it. So it's going to take the ball down to the Hiram 20-yard line. And it looks like Sims is back and Yerby's back. So 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
He's still got his first team offense out there.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, and
Well, that's somebody
that's
new.
24.
25. That's somebody new.
That would be Mark Wilder, a 5'8", 175-pound freshman from Miramar.
Florida. Doral High School.
Yes. Trips to the right, one to the left.
Yerby's the evening's over.
Yeah, Yerby is out, and
Did he catch that?
yep, he did.
Nice.
And I think that was our
Yeah, that was
our aforementioned
Taliwa.
Ethan Chawiwa.
Yeah.
So nice catch there, by the way.
Yes.
3:40 to go. Third period, 54-14, Heidelberg. Yeah, you got to believe that. Of course, that's the thing with travel squads is you can only bring 48, I think, on the travel squad.
Yeah, but I would think that you'd want to protect your quarterback.
And you'd want to get your backup some work, too. I mean,
in a game like this, absolutely.
yeah. I mean, there's not, you work on the little things here and try to improve on that.
Well, I think that was one of the reasons why Sims has been in, because I think they were looking at specific things that they wanted their first team offense to work on and look at.
Right.
But at this point,
and I don't have the schedule for Heidelberg next week. I don't know where they go, but you might be right. He might be working on some things for next week. So kickoff coming here, 3:40 to go in the third period, and it is 55-14 in favor of Heidelberg. Back deep for Hiram. Same guys, Hoskins and Kriegel. I'm rooting for Kriegel to get a return here. Let's see, give him a little varsity experience running the ball. So here comes the kick. Steckel. Oh, a little pooch kick again. And
let's see who received that. Number 1 of Hiram, which would be.
Here's Hiram. Umar
Kassim. Umar Kassim.
Yep, Umar Kassim. Good job there, Doug. So Hiram takes the ball at their own 37-yard line, and 3 receivers to the right. Tejada in the gun with Hoskins to his right. Tejada under pressure reverses his field and just lets it rip out of bounds. So we will see. There's some wholesale changes going on with Heidelberg with the defense. They're getting everybody out there for a little experience. Okay, Hiram has 2 receivers to the right.
Heidelberg's got Ohio Northern next week.
Ohio Northern. So one of their rivalry games, as the 2 schools are not that far apart with Ada and Tiffin. So I just imagine they're working on some stuff.
Anthony Sesney with the reception.
3rd and 3. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tejada puts Hoskins in motion. He rolls out to his right, and then he just throws it up, and not much there on that one.
I think that was the first time where I felt like he panicked.
Yeah.
For all the wizardry he's had tonight of avoiding being tackled in the backfield.
The question marks upstairs are starting to cloud what he wants to really do, and that's understandable. He's done a great job when you think about it. As far as I don't believe he's been sacked. I know he wasn't in the first half, so I think wow. What's that? Oh, okay.
Okay.
So 2:40 to go here, third quarter, and I imagine we'll probably see a new quarterback. But I don't know, so we'll see. But and if we do, they have Gavin Reinecke is the backup. He's a 6'2", 180-pound sophomore. So if we see number 12 go out there. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Reinecke is now
the quarterback, and we've got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and I think we'll see who the running back is.
And that's number 24, which is
Mark Wilder.
Mark Wilder.
He's the 5'8" freshman from Miramar, Florida. Yeah, he's got a little quick, too. So we'll see here.
Let's see who else is in the back there. We got 81 and 84.
I think 81 is
Drake.
Yeah, he's been with us. He's a
84,
sophomore.
84 looks like that's somebody that might be new. That's
84.
Alec Fletcher, 6'2", 190 from Greenville, Ohio.
Okay. Reinecke calls for the ball. Oh. And gets it out to Drake.
Drake, the sophomore.
Yeah.
From Prestonwood, Texas, 6'7", 250.
I suspect that Drake's going to have a pretty decent career here in the OAC.
Yeah,
He's shown definitely shown upside there. Okay, 3 receivers to the left. Wilder in the backfield with Reinecke. Gets the ball out to
number 11.
11 scoots out over the 50-yard line.
That is Matthew Drudel.
Drudel is a junior wide receiver from Sterling Heights, Michigan. And again, 56 seconds to go in third quarter. Reinecke rallies the troops here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wilder in the backfield in a pistol. And they wait to see what their adjustment call is. And now they get ready to go. And Wilder with a nice, pops through for about 5.
He hits the hole pretty quick.
Yeah. So looks like Heidelberg will be all right after Yerby moves on. So they got some other kids in the cupboard there. Okay, so that's going to be it for the third quarter. And it'll be time to get our final mentions or our final advertisements in here. So let's go with WZA. We good? Okay. WZA 106.9 LPFM wants to thank Launch at Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, Ohio for supporting local radio. Launch has classic arcade games, lucky putt golf, and bowling, as well as Krav sit-down restaurant with your favorite apps, slushies, fountain drinks, and ice cream. open Sunday through Thursday, 12 noon to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 12 noon to 11 p.m. Our website is launchtrampolinepark.com, Jeffersonville. And so we got that one out of the way, and we will get a few more here in the fourth quarter, pay our bills, and we will see what Hiram's going to do here. I don't know if we'll seeing some new numbers out there for the Terriers too. Okay, Reinecke with Wilder to his right, gives the ball to Wilder. Wilder rips through there for about 7 yards. Boy, he's got quick feet on his start.
Yep. Great acceleration.
Yep.
He gets a seam like Yerby got on that one play, and he'll be gone too.
Yes, he will. So we've got there's 3 to the right, and they go outside with Wilder, and he's able to jump cut his way down to about the 30-yard line.
Pick up of about 6
yards. So you're looking at about 3rd and 3. And oh, 2nd and 3. I'm sorry. I was down ahead of myself there. Okay. So we got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Reinecke has Wilder in the backfield in a pistol, and he gives it to, well, I don't know if that's a different back or not. 25 is, let's see.
Carson Van Hoos.
Carson Van Hoos, the freshman from Clinton Massey High School. Yes. 5'9", 160 pounds. Okay. And it looked like they had seen enough of Wilder for tonight, too. So. Okay. Trips to the left. Van Hoos to the left of Reinecke. Reinecke throws a little quick screen out. And I can
caught by number, looks like
81.
Can that be Drake? He doesn't look like that guy. 6'7", though.
Yeah, it is 81, I think.
Or
84.
84 is Fletcher. Alec Fletcher, wide receiver
from Greenville. Okay.
Greenville.
Trips to the left. Van Hoos in the pistol with Reinecke. They look to get their call. And they're just running down the time now. Van Hoos moves up to the left, and Reinecke. They get the quick pass out. Not this time, though. It was Hiram was right on top of it, number 12 for the Terriers, and that was Tavante Rivas was all over him. So 3rd and about 4, and
gut check time for Hiram. We'll see if they have a little pride here to, stop the scoring.
Okay, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation, and give the Van Hoos. Van Hoos is just ran into the sideline. Nice job by the Terriers.
Yeah.
They used the leverage of the sideline to slow them down. They cut off the cutback lane, and look. Oh, I think we got a little bit
banged up in the head. He's a little wobbly.
How many fingers am I holding? That's Dylan Ballaker, the senior linebacker, 5'10", 220 from West Yaga High School.
All right. So we're going to try a field goal here.
Stickles
still looking at Stickles still? Yep.
Stickles going to get an opportunity here. And that was pretty good. So 3 more points for Heidelberg, and it's just been an uphill battle from the beginning, Doug.
Absolutely. I will give credit to Hiram. The kids are still
Playing
out there playing hard.
Yeah.
They haven't rolled over.
And it's easy to say, but it is only game 1.
Right.
And so if they look at it from that standpoint, there's a lot of playing time for a lot of people here, and they'll only get better as the season goes on. So just got to get past this one, and that's always the hard part. But
well, these crossover games between leagues sometimes are tough. Especially when you're going up against the OAC.
I was going to say there's no bonus playing an OAC team. I mean, at least the upper division ones. So, okay, and that looks like Hoskins again. Hoskins is going to try to. Oh, that was probably not where. But he got it up to the 15. So we'll see where Hiram goes with this. Coach Rosinski's rallying the troops there, and it's good to see that they're all getting around them, and there's no finger pointing or anything. So that's a good sign that their heads are still in the game there. Okay, so Tejada's got quite Kaysen Saki to his right, 2 receivers, and a little option play. And Kaysen Saki is
there was a wrinkle that we hadn't seen.
Yeah, a little option there, and scored it out, about 6-yard gain. So
I think we saw something that was supposed to be that earlier in the game, and
it broke down.
The pitch. He pitched it right when Kaysen Saki was already pretty much covered.
Right.
And they were
Kaysen Saki with a little bit of run to the middle, but looks like he probably lost a yard on that one. 3rd and 5.
At this point, the Hiram line is probably tired, and they're going up against fresh guys now.
Yeah. And that's the problem, depth-wise, is, hopefully no injuries occur because of it. We got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kaysen Saki moves over, and Tejada gets out of there, and
he lost the ball. He coughed it up out of bounds, fortunately for Hiram.
And he caught his leg on that. And I think that's where some of Tejada's skills are, is get him in some space and let him create some things, because he's a quick little kid, and he seems to be, don't mean little kid, but quick quarterback there who's he's definitely got some strengths there with his quickness and maneuverability. Okay, so Heidelberg showing some pressure. Oh. Now, I need to talk to an official about that. So when you punt and there's roughing of the kicker, it's because they have an established space to kick from.
Mm-hmm.
But
when he's rolling out to kick the ball,
yes,
he could virtually be really running.
Protected, yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't know if that's – I'm not sure what the real ruling is on that. But for those who believe –
well, is it sort of like
it looks like they picked it up. Well, I think, maybe. I don't know. No.
Well, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you heard the saying once in a blue moon?
And there it is.
There's the blue moon. So, for those who don't believe it, it's happening. Super blue moon, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Heidelberg is back out. Reineke's at quarterback, and looks like maybe Wilder's back at. I think it is Wilder's back at running back. Got a little 2-by-2 set here, and I would suspect that we're going to see a lot of steady run here. At least we would hope that that's what we would see. So there's Wilder, and Wilder just screams off the left side for 4 yards. But, you know, the Heidelberg kids are still game. I think, of course, 36 is out. That would be their captain, Dylan Ballacher, who got that concussion. So they're filling with Gavin Cruiser. Cruiser was the one that had the interception return.
Yeah.
So. And it'll be third and about 2. 7:52 to go. 58-14, Heidelberg.
Well, Coach Rosinski's got a lot of work to do before next week, but you know, sometimes you have to get kids on film. You have to see what worked.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, you know.
If they can get out of this week without a lot of bumps and bruises, then you're reset and hopefully have something to work on.
You know, it's in some ways it's kind of different. You know, they've been talking about Ohio State with their quarterback situation, and they have those 3 games before they play a meaningful game where they can, you know, it's like scrimmages in a way where they can test all these guys. It's not the case with the small schools. They jump in and
they're in it right away.
Right. Oh,
12.
Number 12 from Hiram there. That would be Tavante Rivas. Almost had himself a pick 6 there. So, but, you know, that's the thing is the way the playoffs are set up, you know, one loss, you may not get in. You know, basically you have to win your conference. And so you don't really get that luxury of playing 2 or 3 games to get yourself tuned up. And so, you know, there's Wilder again. Wilder wiggles through literally to about 7-yard gain. Number 88 it's a big wide receiver for Heidelberg. That is Micah Willink.
He's big.
He is from Clymer, New York, 6'3", 195.
Alec Fletcher. So he's got Fletcher. He's got
Wilmer.
Willink.
Willink.
Who's in the backfield now?
That
number
is Van. Well, 6. Is that 16 or 15?
15. It looks like 15.
Drew Miller, freshman running back from Portland, Michigan, 150 pounds. That's about right. Five minutes to go here. 3 receivers to the right. Reineke into pistol. He moves. Miller up to his right. He gives Miller the ball again. Ooh, nice little cut by Miller. And you pick up about 4 yards. Okay. And it's I would be really surprised if we see a pass here again, but you never know, I guess, situationally, if you're trying to pick up a first down. 2nd and 7. Heidelberg with the ball.
And
they give it to
stuffed.
Miller again.
Looks like about a loss of 1.
Loss of 1, so we're looking at 3rd and 7. And, or maybe 3rd and 8, actually. We'll see if we can slide in another. We need to get another Ganley commercial. We got to get another one in for Ganley. Right.
Back to pass.
Okay. We might get that opportunity here in a second. So we got 4th down. Now this would be interesting if they bring
Stucco out?
Yeah, because this would be 50-yard field goal, maybe. Well, now it would be a 47.
And I think I see him out there.
Yeah. And Reinecke is the holder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I think so. We're going to see, it looks like about a 48-yard field goal.
Oh.
I think I got to move it back, delay a game.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Why would you? Well,
why wouldn't you move them back?
Because then it would have been 3rd down.
Oh, you didn't want to give them, yeah. Well, this kid's kicked a 53-yarder. No, last year that was his long kick. Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if Andrew Barry was watching that way. Yeah.
Probably get him for cheap. not coming out of a Division I school.
He'd be a free agent. So impressive display there by Heidelberg kicker
Brandon Stickle.
48-yard field goal. So 61-14, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And let's see if the Terriers can get something. Maybe Kriegel's going to get a return here. And Hoskins. And
you keep hoping for him.
I want to see the kid get a chance, man. Let's see the kid get a chance.
It's that alumni spirit here.
Yes, it's something like that, Rick. Well, that's true. Okay, let's see what we get here. And okay, there. Oh no. We're hoping Hiram was able to.
Yes,
Hoskins,
they recovered.
Yes, okay.
Oof. I don't want to see people embarrassed. I mean, it's tough. I mean,
yeah.
Doesn't matter what level of football it is. It's hard to be on a beat down.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so let's see. I think we've got a new quarterback. I think number 4 is in there, which is Jaden Jennings. Jaden was the one that scored the first touchdown for Hiram. So let's see if this changes their philosophy any. Hoskins jumps to the right. Jennings picks up 3 yards. And it looked like they were setting up an option to the right side there. Okay, they got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jennings with huh? Yeah. Bat. Yeah. So we've got 3rd and 7 here. Two minutes, 50 seconds to go. Jennings is lining up with Hoskins in the backfield, 2 receivers on each side. Jennings drops. He looks.
Oh my.
No.
Oh, my.
And he just lost it. He went back to throw it, and he lost the handle on it. And let's get the Reinecke one in, guys. We got a change of possession here. Good. Come see the future of automotive luxury today at Ganley Chevrolet Aurora, 310 West Garfield Road, Aurora, Ohio.
And Heidelberg starts at their 7-yard line, 8-yard line. At
27 ran the ball for them, so that is Corbin Haley, a 6'1 freshman, 185 pounds from Coshocton. Yes. Yeah, then we'll be done. Okay, so we got 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Heidelberg is on the 3-yard line. They're in a power I formation. Receivers spread right and left.
Hand off.
And they give the ball to, I think it's 27.
Yes.
27, so that is Corbin Haley.
Flag on the play.
Congratulations, Corbin. That's a touchdown in his first varsity game there. He's a big kid for running back, 6'1", 185. So,
flag on the play, though. I don't know if that's an excessive celebration. I don't know.
Well, they called it a Hiram, though.
Touchdown. Okay.
I mean, just for fun, why don't they try the extra point from like the 50-yard line or something? Hey, do you mind if we practice? We'll move it back to the 50 and try it from there. Okay, 67-14. Well, well, I will say this: Heidelberg has been very impressive, and
yes, they're
right.
They're
pretty complete.
I'd say that they may be knocking on that door in the OAC.
They'd be a contender. Be a contender. And, you know, congratulations to Coach Donaldson. You guys going to run that? Yeah, big good time. We're
whatever they'll pooch this kick because of the penalty. They're kicking off at the 50.
Autumn is an excellent
Yeah,
time
it's-
to
yeah, I
enjoy
don't
the
know.
great outdoors. It's also a great time
Feels
to
like he could
experience
kick it-
the
he could
scenic
kick it
upper
out of the
Cuyahoga
end zone
River
very
in
easily
beautiful
from here.
Geauga County. At Crooked River Adventures, we are open year-round, 7
Okay.
days a week, and we rent kayaks, paddleboards, and canoes. Before or after your voyage, you can enjoy our restaurant with patio and bar, or you can bring your own picnic. Crooked River Adventures are perfect for school outings and for family bonding. For more information, visit crookedriveradventures.com.
Oh, that ball was in Kriegel's direction.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, went into the end zone and no chance for a run
Okay.
back. So
Very good. And get our mention for our patrons, Daystar Ford in Garrettsville, Ohio, and Alan Rayback, Hiram class of 1957. I think he's related to me. Seems to me I've seen him somewhere before.
you just keep seeing them.
Yeah. There we go. There's Hoskins.
Hoskins, nice little run.
I like Hoskins. He's really just gives you all he's got there. Banging in there. And so we will see here.
The clock is just running. They're not running a 2-minute offense.
Yeah.
They're just
Well, I
running
would
up.
say this. I've been impressed with that Raekwon Davis Hereford, too. I think he showed a lot of promise in this game. And
Oh, it's coming back.
now, why would you do that? Why? At this point of the
I
game,
know.
just let it roll. Okay. Well, thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to the game. We will, as I say, be back Saturday in Defiance with Defiance and Mount Union. Oh, well, we'll have some commentary. We will, we'll see the Terriers here in a few weeks when they play Denison, and
I hope to see some improvement. I think they have a few things that I thought that they showed some promise. They intercepted a number of passes.
yeah, I think there was some.
So defensively, they have some things, particularly their secondary and linebacking core that seem to work for them.
Right. And, some of the receivers, I had brought up
Davis
Hereford, but also the one tight end for Hiram, Anthony Brumbaugh. He had a couple nice catches, number 47. Sessi had some good catches. Jarris Green had a nice catch. So, we saw some flashes of things. If they can get those people together, and as the season goes on, that will improve. So, I expect we're going to see some better things here out of the Terriers here in the coming weeks. Okay. So we're down to 35 seconds here, and Jaden Jennings hands the ball off. Hoskins, and that probably will be the last play of the game, I would think. You know what? Was that 27 that ran it? I don't. No. Okay. I thought they might have got Slip Kriegel in there. Okay. So, final from Hiram College, from Charles A. Henry Field. Heidelberg 48, Hiram 14. Doug, thanks for coming out and doing the game with us tonight. And hopefully we'll have next time we get together here for the Hiram game, we'll get a little bit better. Playing Denison, and Denison's one that Hiram's competed well against. So would expect some good things here in the coming weeks for the Terriers. For Coach Donaldson and the Student Princes, Coach Lewis and Coach Lewis, two guys I coached with over there. Congratulations on a nice win. You guys very impressive, and good luck in the OAC meat grinder.
Yeah.
So,
but they're going to compete. There's no doubt about that.
Oh yeah. They're going to be there, and it was a nice preview. I hadn't seen Heidelberg in many years, but the program is going in the right direction. So.